You can see dust leaving.
Do you remember that time we snuck into the wine cellar? We got covered in cobwebs and dust. I don't even know how we got in there. We had the porter's key.
You were so young. Oh, both of you were so young.
It's not horrible. I was so high up there. Remember that rook with a broken leg? Yeah, we nursed it back to life.
We want to listen.
Memories about life. Lyra Silvertongue.
My name is Lyra. I came here looking for my friend. What I didn't realise is that none of you should be here. This isn't life after death, this is a prison camp.
I got some room. I have a knife that can cut through worlds. I'm hoping that I can use it to get you guys out of here. I can't make you any promises, but I'll try.
You don't know if I will or won't be able to see my son again.
We can't know until it happens.
It's better than there no matter what, no? It can't be worse at least.
When we were alive, they told us that when we died, we'd go to heaven, laid our lives, and spent years in prayer and silence. But all the joy of life went to waste around us. I don't care what happens to us when we leave. Anything is better than this.
That's a big religious talk, discussion.
Will you tell us some stories so we can remember too? Real things. Okay. So I used to live in this place.
That you also to listen to creatures.
And these beautiful buildings and these really high towers.
They want to listen?
And amazing hiding places. We used to race. Him at will. Made me an omelette. I didn't know what one was, so I thought I'd make him one in return.
Which is funny because she never
They have
shows.
colors again. Marissa, if you have to manipulate one person to do one sneaky plan, it's now. Time to prove what your art is doing. Are you gonna finally show some love for your demon?
Is this really how things are to end between you and I?
You said she was nice with you.
What do you think?
I didn't believe it, but now I want to believe.
Do you really believe that things are going to get better? When we created this technology together, you believed you were doing the right thing. We were wrong. This has to stop.
Was it enough?
We will use the lock of your daughter's hair to locate her and to destroy her on the spot. It is a thing of divine precision and power.
Divine.
Such an exquisite example of the authority's design.
Your stories have made us feel alive again. I remember now what it was to have warm flesh. I will come with you. We will come with you.
Come on. Come on.
Go on. Make a ghost of me. What's your name? Let's go. And keep your stories in mind. don't think they can hurt us if we hold on to what's real.
Pardon me, excuse me. Coming through.
Why did I prepare myself for that?
You're alive.
You're dead!
It's not as bad as it seems.
How did you?
Some excited rifleman got lucky.
It's fine. We're together now.
You don't belong here. And the word is out. Some crazy kid's got planned.
This is my friend Will. This is Lee.
But don't drive.
Will's gonna get us out of here.
This, so. You found enough, Bear. You beat the shame too. Lyra Silvertongue, just when I thought you couldn't blow my little mind enough times.
He knows you're bad.
All right, folks, follow the lady. Follow the kid with the knife, yeah. You guys want to get out of here? You want to see the sky again?
Oh
Go
yes!
that way. Follow the kid with the knife.
Okay, I'm okay. Oh, I'm not. I really didn't prepare myself for that.
The mortal Lord Asriel has formed the Republic. He is harnessing technology to challenge you.
Now he knows your name.
Come on. They are able to manipulate dust. And Asriel spoke of a new knife bearer.
That knife is of no consequence to me.
The bearer is a boy. He has not been corrupted by the knife's power like the bearers before him.
Perhaps it's time to send these mortals a warning.
You want to kill someone who is already into the land of the dead. The irony of that.
I will not be a part of this.
Oh, Dr. Cooper. Yep. You had a really sad life. Fuck you! On my say you can do better than that. Come on, to kill someone? You know the drill. Yep. That's quite a sacrifice.
You think dust can make you gods? Let us see how you fare without it.
Okay. Guys, it was so good, and at the same time, a lot of things happened during this episode, for sure, a lot of big things. I had what I expected, with all of that situation, with them going to the land of the dead, talking about pain, talking also about Will's demon, and that's really great. Finding Roger, all of these discussions about death, about life after death, about the fact that there is no heaven, no hell, about the fact that there are prisoners right there and they are forgetting who they are because they are being tortured, in a way. All of that discussion, the fact that Lyra is giving them up by telling them stuff about life, sharing memories about life, and the fact that they want to save these people, not by giving them life again, but just by making them quit that place. All of that was so great. I thought about Lee, I thought about also Will's dad. I was like, okay, we're gonna see them again, it's gonna be emotional, I might cry, all of that. But I didn't, really process the fact that it would happen. Like, I was like, okay, we're gonna see Lee again, we're gonna see Will's dad again, we're gonna see Roger again. But I was so focused on the fact that I forgot, the emotional thing that it means seeing these characters again. And clearly, I didn't think enough about it and about seeing Lee again, how much it would hurt me. Just seeing his hat, I was like, okay, that's it, it's him. And also, oh fuck, that's him! My brain connected the informations, but my heart was not involved into the discussion. And when my heart learned what my mind was saying since so long, my heart was like, oh, you forgot me! I can't explain to you better than that what happened into me during that moment, and the fact that I connected the dots, I connected the informations, but I didn't connect my heart with that, so I didn't prepare myself for that moment. That was good, that was so good. In a really weird way, I'm so glad that they didn't open the door, during this episode and all. For me, it has to take 2 episodes for them to discover all of that into the land of the dead, for them to find the solution, to see the solution also. It has such a big impact for what it is, for the symbolic of that, and also for the characters, that really it has to take more than 1 episode. We didn't have Will meeting his dad again, but that's gonna take time, so really I'm glad to have 2 episodes for that. Even if it's really difficult for me to see it, I'm glad to have 2 episodes for that. And in opposition of that, I'm not so glad by what they did with Murray during this episode, because I said it during the 4 first episodes of this season. I was surprised that Mary didn't meet yet the Mulefas, because I knew that she would spend a long time with them to learn their languages, to learn about the amber, to create a glass with it, to also learn about dust and all. I talked about it to you during intros and reviews each time. It's weird for Marie to just be there yet, and really during the 4 first episodes we have the impression that she's not progressing at all, that she's spending time so many times, into that planet with no one and all, when for me, into the books, she's evolving faster, into her journey, and she's meeting the Mulefas earlier, and she's really spending time with them. For the chronology, really for the timing of stuff, for me it's not working what they did right there, and it's really obvious with the first scene of this episode, in which they are accelerating everything. They are creating, that thing, editing a lot of scenes to make us understand that she spent a long time with them, to learn their languages and all. See, what I'm saying about the chronology not working that first scene with them accelerating stuff and showing that editing, you know, that montage of things so quickly, it's them, you know, the writers of the show, proving what I said since episodes, the fact that the chronology is not good for Mary's part. I'm not mad at them, but I'm a little disappointed because they are really saying it, you know, that they did stuff wrong with the chronology, and for me the Mulefas part of the story is so important, so big, so interesting and so beautiful also, that I would have wanted that time with them. So clearly for me, she should have met them not during the episode 4 but during the episode 3 or 2, and we should have spent, you know, episodes with them really, and not just one is enough to do everything that she's doing during this episode. Learning their languages, learning about the amber, learning about the dust. It should have, you know, taken for Marie 2 episodes, at least 2 episodes. Right there, really, writers, you confessed that you accelerated things for her, that you cheated with the chronology for her. For what reason? I really have trouble to understand for what reason they would have cheated with that, and they would have changed, you know, what's happening into the books, you know, they would have played with chronology like that. I have trouble to understand why. Maybe because it was costing a lot of money to spend more time with the Mulefas, you know, to create more than one episode with them, if you understand what I mean. Maybe it's just a question of money, because really for the writing part, everything was done for them to take more than one episode. For the interest, you know, of the story, of how doing it and all, clearly it was interesting enough for more than one episode. So for me, yes, for now I just have the impression that it's a question of money. It's not satisfying, you know, for me as an answer. So yes, I'm not mad, because all of what they did it great, and I'm glad to have all of these moments with Marie, with the Mulefas, to see all of that, and it was perfect how it was done. But it's really the first scene, that acceleration of the chronology of Marie's actions and Marie learning all of that, which is bothering me and which is disappointing me. It's not making me mad, but it's disappointing me. We did not have Azuriel during this episode, and in a way I'm glad. Because, okay, again, all of his story, the war, all of that, it's important. But it's not the main thing. The main thing, it's Lyra's journey right there into the land of the dead, but also all about her, you know, it's that which is important. So I'm okay to not spend time with Azuriel, and we are spending time with Mrs. Coulter, but in a way it's necessary with this episode because of the bomb, because of the fact that they are trying to reach her, because of the authority coming like that to change things, you know, to say what he wants and all, to be involved. I mean the regent, to be involved, and I'm okay with how he is represented, you know, all of that scene with the other angel. I'm okay really with how it's done, how it's represented and all. His voice is surprising me. For me, his voice should be deeper than that. Right there, it's a little too nice, you know, as a voice for a character like that. And because of the fact that we can't see really that character, we have only a voice really and a representation, you know, like we are not seeing the character, we are seeing a representation of the character. So the only thing that we have really for this character, it's his voice. So that's why I think that the choice of the voice is really important for this character, and that's why I thought that it would be deeper, you know, to be darker. Do you understand what I mean? To have a deep voice would represent a little more the dark thing, you know, of that voice, of that character. I don't know how to explain it, but really the voice is the character for a character like that, so the voice has to be more important, has to have symbolic stuff into it. Don't understand what I mean? It's a little complicated, I know, but that's how I'm feeling it. Okay, so that's the different stories, you know, that we had during this episode. For sure, I cried during the Lee scene, during the Roger scene. I love the fact that Will is so supportive with Lyra. Is it really a surprise? No, but the writers showing it clearly, that's perfect. And The Land of the Dead, I said it during the episode, I never really represented it into my mind. When I read the books, you know, as a kid, I never represented an environment, you know, something and all. For me, it was really just nothing, and it was dark and it was a lot of mist. But I never represented things into it or anything. So I'm not surprised by what they did. I think that they did it great. And I'm just interested, you know, by their representation of The Land of the Dead. I think that in fact everyone had a different representation of it, and I'm interested by their representation of it. I'm okay with it. Pan, that was awful to talk about him, but I'm glad that we're talking about him. All of the Mulefas story was beautiful. Like, that's why I can't be mad at them for accelerating everything with Mary, because it was so beautiful. The trees, I never imagined them so big, but they are so good. That was looking so good. The Mulefas also, everything was so perfect. Oh, I loved it so much. The glass, I mean, the amber. When she discovered it, I was like, yeah, I think that's a moment. That was so good also. Okay, I'm gonna start this review right now to watch one more episode. I mean, the next episode right now on the same day for you, on the same day also for you on Patreon, and on another day for you on YouTube. If you want already the next episode, go on my Patreon. So it's all for you for this video, and it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Crazy.